Did you know? On Indian servers, the average win rate on the Indian Pokémon Unite server is not officially stated, but based on community reports and analysis, it generally falls around 50 to 55% for the majority of players, with higher win rates being seen in higher ranks and among more skilled players. But why is that? Let's talk about this. Hi, it's me, PokeStrive. Welcome back, trainers! Today, we're tackling a topic that's been on the minds of many Pokémon Unite players in India. Is Pokémon Unite way harder on Indian servers? We'll dive into the challenges, explore the reasons behind it, and see if there's any truth to this claim. Before that, let's aim for 1.7k subs by this week. We need around 30 subs more for reaching 1.7k milestone. Kindly support our community getting back to the topic. Stick with me as we dive deep into the Indian server experience. So, what's going on with Indian servers? First off, many players have complained about inconsistent matchmaking and long queue times. It's not uncommon to face sudden lags or ping spikes that can drastically affect your performance during crucial moments. Imagine being in the middle of an intense battle, and suddenly, your character freezes or moves erratically because of a spike in ping. These moments can make or break a match. In a game where precision and quick reactions are key, even a second of lag can easily cost you the game. Another issue that many players face is the noticeable difference in player skill levels. Matchmaking on Indian servers can feel pretty uneven at times, with players getting matched against both beginners and seasoned veterans. This results in a frustrating experience, especially for those trying to climb the ranks. When you're a higher level player trying to progress, facing opponents with a huge skill gap can feel like an uphill battle, leaving you wondering if your victories are genuinely earned or just due to the imbalance. The inconsistency in matchmaking doesn't just affect skill levels, it can also impact how enjoyable the game is. When you find yourself constantly up against opponents who are much more experienced or overpowered, it takes away the sense of progression and fun that keeps players coming back. In the long run, this can discourage players from continuing to play, leading to a lower player retention rate on Indian servers, which only makes the matchmaking system even more unpredictable. And then, there's the regional aspect. Playstyles in different regions can vary significantly, and this is especially noticeable on Indian servers. The strategies used by Indian players may not always align with the global meta, leading to mismatched expectations and gameplay outcomes. For instance, some players may not have access to the same resources, like proper training or guides, leading to less optimal playstyles. This can further increase the gap in skill levels and make the overall gaming experience feel a bit disconnected from what players are used to on other global servers. But is the game really harder here, or is it just these factors at play? One major issue contributing to the difficulty could be server stability. Indian servers often face higher latency compared to regions with better infrastructure, which can lead to frustrating delays in in-game actions. Whether it's your character's movement, abilities, or reactions to opponents, these delays can throw off your timing and impact your overall performance. It's not just about the occasional lag spike either. Consistent latency can create a noticeable difference in gameplay, especially when playing in more competitive situations. But it's not just about lag, player skill levels also vary widely. While there are plenty of skilled players in India, there's a sizable gap between different skill levels, which leads to a challenging matchmaking environment. This means that you could be matched with players who are either significantly better or worse than you, creating an unbalanced experience. For seasoned players, this can feel like they're constantly fighting uphill, and for newer players, it can make it hard to even learn the game properly. Then, we have the community dynamics. The competitive scene on Indian servers has grown significantly over time, and players are getting more serious about the game. As the player base becomes more dedicated and skilled, the overall competition intensifies, which might contribute to the perception that the game is harder. Players are honing their strategies, coordinating with teams, and playing at a higher level, making each match feel like more of a challenge. This shift toward a more competitive environment can make the game feel more demanding, as every match starts to feel like a battle for survival. Ultimately, while it may seem like the game is harder on Indian servers, much of it can be attributed to these external factors: server instability, varying skill levels, and a rapidly evolving competitive scene. It's not necessarily that the game is more difficult overall, but rather that these factors are amplifying the challenges faced by players in this region. So, what do players and experts think about this? After speaking to several experienced players and even diving into some expert opinions, the consensus seems to be that while the difficulty can feel higher, it's not just about the servers themselves. Sure, there's lag and matchmaking imbalance, but players also point to regional strategies and playstyles that can throw you off if you're not prepared. Players from different regions often have unique approaches to the game, and understanding these differences is crucial if you want to succeed on Indian servers. You'll need to adapt to the way local players approach battles, team dynamics, and even how they respond to certain situations. But here's the kicker: it's all about adapting. If you're willing to adjust to the local playstyle, fine-tune your strategies for lag, and stay patient with matchmaking, it's totally possible to thrive in Pokémon Unite on Indian servers. The key is to stay flexible and keep an open mind. While it might take some time to get used to the challenges, once you've adapted, you'll find yourself more prepared to handle whatever comes your way. It's a bit of a learning curve, but with persistence, you can turn the perceived difficulty into an advantage. In the end, it's all about how you adjust and keep improving, both individually and as part of a team. So, is Pokémon Unite harder on Indian servers? It definitely feels that way due to lag, matchmaking, and the competitive scene. But with the right mindset and adaptation, you can overcome these challenges and come out on top. It's all about adjusting to the local playstyle, managing the tech issues, and staying patient with the competitive grind. What's been your experience on Indian servers? Drop a comment below with your thoughts, and if you're looking to improve your game, check out my other videos on Pokémon Unite Strategies. There's always more to learn. Keep striving, trainers, and I'll see you in the next one.